Apple's more affordable but not quite budget-friendly smartphone has officially hit store shelves. The iPhone XR, as it is called, is priced at $749 and it features just about all of the same features as the iPhone XS and even comes in way more color options like blue, yellow, and coral. The unboxing process is very easy as Apple provides a handy pull tab to remove the plastic wrap. As for the contents, they're going to be nearly identical to the contents found in the iPhone XS and XS Max boxes. We have a packet containing some stickers and setup information, the phone itself, which is the blue model, as you can see here. There's the Lightning wired earpods with no headphone jack adapter included, unfortunately. You'll have to buy that separately. We also, of course, have the wall wart and Lightning charging cable, and that's about it. One of the first things I noticed about the build of the XR was its slight added thickness and extra weight, as well as thicker bezels. You'll see a single rear-facing camera sensor and the bright blue color. What's neat is that the rear is glass to support wireless charging, so there's no compromises in the charging department compared to the more premium iPhone XS. The display measures in at 6.1 inches, which is a sweet spot for those who think the iPhone XS's display is too small and iPhone XS Max's display is too big. Apple did cut some corners here, literally, but also figuratively. The display is LCD as opposed to OLED, and the pixel density is 326 pixels per inch. So it's still a Retina display, but it's nowhere near as pixel dense as the iPhone XS or most other flagships these days. You really don't see this near 1080p resolution very often in premium flagship smartphones. The bezels are also really thick. It copies that edge-to-edge display look from its siblings, but the bezels are considerably thicker, diminishing the effect. When compared to my Pixel 3, you'll see the side bezels of the Pixel 3 are much thinner than the iPhone XR. In actual usage, this means you might have more trouble using the phone with one hand. It's going to be more similar to the iPhone XS Max in this regard. Under the hood, the iPhone XR is packing the new A12 Bionic chip, so it will be able to handle just about any app or game you throw at it. There's only 3 GB of RAM as opposed to 4 GB, but don't expect to see any real-world performance difference whatsoever. Now, what you won't find is Force Touch. You can still long press on certain areas to simulate a Force Touch or a 3D touch, but this might be one area where you actually will feel restricted, depending on how often you use Force Touch. For me, it's just the little things, like opening up incognito tabs or jumping to certain areas of an app from the home screen by force touching the icon. You can't do that with the iPhone XR. You only have one rear-facing camera sensor to work with now, but Apple fills in a lot of the missing pieces via software. You still have a portrait mode and different studio lighting effects, you just won't have a telephoto sensor. If you ask me, for the price you pay, that's a pretty darn good trade-off. I'll have to test this camera in detail, but so far the results look very promising. And emojis are still a thing with the iPhone XR too, so don't worry. The iPhone XR features a 3000 mAh battery and it should last you through a full day of moderate to heavy usage, thanks largely to the well-optimized iOS software. It actually should last you longer than the iPhone XS, which is pretty neat. It has a considerably larger battery. You also do get wireless charging, which is neat, and fast charging is possible, but you will need a more powerful adapter that, of course, is sold separately. Last but not least, we have the stereo speakers that sound nearly identical to the other new iPhones. You have a front-facing speaker up top and a bottom-facing speaker. So for those who don't need a telephoto sensor or super high-resolution display, the iPhone XR might be the perfect smartphone for you. In fact, I'm even considering it as my main iPhone of choice. You save $249 with the iPhone XR, and you can pick from a bunch of different colors like blue, red, white, black, coral, and even yellow. We're looking forward to testing this phone in detail and posting our full review in the coming weeks, so please stay tuned for that by clicking the subscribe button. As always, I'm BoHD from PhoneDoug.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you right back here in the next one. See ya.